Hey guys! Welcome back to Sports Gusto. The most dominant teams in the NBA, the subject of this countdown force adaptation. Consider the league's reaction to the recent Golden State Warriors dynasty. To some extent, the Warriors forced almost everyone else to embrace the pursuit of positionless basketball, precision shooting, and motion-heavy offense. Chicago Bulls, 1991 to 1992. After winning the franchise's first championship the previous year, Coach Phil Jackson's Bulls cruised through the 1991-92 regular season, winning 67 games. What's more important, however, is how well the Bulls played as a team, despite the fact that Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen combined for the majority of the points. Both gave in to the triangle offense and worked to get other teammates involved. Furthermore, each player on the roster understood and embraced his or her role. Horace Grant was a rebounding machine, B.J. Armstrong, Craig Hodges, and John Paxson were three-point specialists. Stacey King and Will Perdue provided a low-cost presence, and Bill Cartwright provided veteran leadership. The Chicago Bulls dominated the playoffs, sweeping the Miami Heat in the first round, battling the New York Knicks in the second round in one of the best playoff series in NBA history, defeating the Cleveland Cavaliers in the conference finals, and then repeating as world champions after defeating Clyde Drexler's Portland Trail Blazers in the 1992 NBA Finals. Detroit Pistons, 1988 to 1989. Because of their physical style of play, the 1988 to 89 Detroit Pistons are one of the most reviled teams in NBA history. However, there is no denying that the Pistons were dominant that cannot be denied. To say the Pistons were good on defense would be an understatement. They were the epitome of defense ferocity. Dennis Rodman, John Salley, and Bill Laimbeer all provided a strong defense presence in the low post, making it difficult for anyone to drive to the basket. Meanwhile, Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars excelled on the perimeter. In fact, Dumars was widely regarded as one of the few offensive players who posed a challenge to Jordan. The Pistons had a number of offensive threats as well. Thomas was a fantastic passer and penetrator. Dumars was a fantastic clutch and perimeter scorer. Laimbeer was a great three-point shooter, and Mark Aguirre chipped in with a few points as well. The Pistons finished the 88 to 89 season with 63 wins and advanced to the Eastern Conference playoffs, defeating Larry Bird's Celtics and Michael Jordan's Bulls before sweeping Magic Johnson's Lakers in the finals. Los Angeles Lakers, 1971 to 1972. When you look at the 1971 to 72 Los Angeles Lakers roster, you can see why they were such a successful team. Despite having transcendent offensive threats such as Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, Gil Goodrich, and Happy Hairston on their roster, the Lakers were able to successfully distribute the ball to one another. As a result, the team dominated opponents, winning 33 consecutive games from November to January, a record that still stands today. The Lakers finished the season with a league-high 69 wins and went on to win the NBA Finals against the New York Knicks. Boston Celtics, 1985 to 1986. The Celtics lost in the NBA Finals to the Los Angeles Lakers the previous season. As a result, Larry Bird and the team were as determined as ever to dethrone their despised adversary. The Celtics had a very successful regular season. Bird, who averaged 25.8 points per game, and Kevin McHale, who averaged 21.3 points per game, continued to dazzle defenders with their arsenal of offensive moves. Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge brought a lot of energy to the team's backcourt, and Robert Parrish was a defensive machine. After winning 67 games during the regular season, the Celtics dominated the Chicago Bulls, Atlanta Hawks, and Milwaukee Bucks in the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Celtics then defeated Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets in the NBA Finals to bring the championship back to Boston. Milwaukee Bucks, 1970 to 1971. The 1970-71 season was a fresh start for Robertson as he joined a young Milwaukee Bucks team. The Bucks superstar Kareem Abdul-Jabbar established himself as a dominant force in the NBA in his rookie season. He continued to impose his will on all opponents in the 1970-71 season, averaging 31.7 PPG and 16.0 RPG. As he masterfully distributed the ball to his teammates, Robertson, the aging walking triple-double, infused himself as a member of the team. A young Bob Dandridge also contributed 18.4 PPG and 8.0 RPG. In the end, the Milwaukee Bucks proved to be too much for opposing teams, winning 66 games. The team also had an impressive playoff run, defeating Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West's Lakers in the Western Conference Finals before saluting the Baltimore Bullets in the NBA Finals. Finally, Robertson was able to win a championship with the help of some outstanding players. Subscribe to our channel, Sports Gusto.